Hello, I'm Joe Screbbles and this is part 3 of our recreation of Euro 2020 in Football Manager 2020 with the help of our crack commentary team from the Football Ramble Daily podcast. If you haven't watched parts 1 and 2, you've got a lot to catch up on, not least the fact that Jamie Vardy's an England player again. If you have, it's time for the semi-finals against Italy.
We're now in the now. The present is here. Chilwell and Alexander-Arnold.
Now. We can't dwell in the past.
Got to get both fullbacks back in. Rose is suspended. He probably would have been dropped anyway. And Winks, I think, has to come back in for Rice just because...
Because he's Harry Winks and he's a ledge.
Exactly. Rice has played a lot of games. He's not played badly at all. I think he's played quite well. But especially against Italy, I kind of want to go on the front foot against Italy because they are known to be a bit defensive.
He's got a bit more pep, doesn't he? He's got a bit more flair.
I want to go
by degrees.
I just want to go at Italy is what I want to do. I don't want to sit back and just because they're happy to sit off and just wait.
They'll control the game if they,
exactly. Let's
give them a chance.
Welcome to Wembley for this crucial semi-final game between England and Italy from the home of football. I'm Luke Moore from the Football Ramble Daily, and that man there is Pete Donaldson.
Hello there. Just noticed that Danny Rose has lost his place in the team. Obviously, Sven-Göran Eriksson, Simon and Joe unhappy with his performance, or he may be injured. I've not really been following the tournament. I've been out in the sunshine breaking COVID-19.
Rosie is replaced by Chile. Will that mean England will be victorious? We'll see. We will see. Listen, Sven's having to field all sorts of questions from the press ahead of this game, and I will say this: it doesn't bloody look like Wembley.
It's not quite as moneyed, is it? Where are
as
the big
we kick
arches?
As we kick off, Harry Winks pulls up the ball in midfield, pops it back to Gomez, into Henderson. This is a confident start from England. It's nice to see. It's very nice to see. Pickford in goal. He can be a little bit erratic, but not so much on an England shirt. As the European Championship tournament proceeds with a controversial choice of Mentos as a ball.
Stop it. Stop talking about Mentos. This is all about Football Manager and the Euros and hopefully Barella not getting that ball into the box/net. Oh, Gomez whipping it out.
Well hooked away by Gomez.
Oh,
my goodness me. Disastrous struck early on. Mattia De Sciglio puts the ball into Ciro Immobile, who scores goals for fun. And he stuck it right in the back of the net. Not 5 minutes into this game against England on their own damn patch.
Awful. The 5th, 6th referee just patrolling behind the goal. Just having a look. Not really waving his arms or giving the thumbs up or anything. He's just having a peek.
Everyone looks composed in the England team, though, thankfully. That's good.
Well, look, the worst time to score a goal is this early in the match, and the Italians are going to know that. Is that going to strike fear in the hearts of players like Bernardeschi or the other guy who we just...
Good tackle, Chile. That's why you're in the team.
Oh, Immobile again! Oh. Stop this man getting... balls away. My word.
Pickers there. Pick up the scraps. Good ball out to Sterling. That's why he's in the team. His distribution. Sterling using his pace. Goes past one. Goes past two. Lovely ball into the channel.
Rashford. Nobody in the box though. Nobody to pass through, and it's straight into the arms of Donnarumma. Disgraceful play really from the forwards. Kane coming way too deep to collect. Ridiculous situation for the England team to be in. Again. Straight into the heart of the 6-yard box.
I'll tell you what, Kane, pick it up.
And do
Go on,
what
Kane.
Exactly?
Go on, the Kane. Look at this for forward play. Square it.
Square it. Sterling. He's in.
Hit
it. Oh,
absolute P-roller. It's a P-roller.
Straight into his body. Rubbish.
England will have the corner though. There's no one can be bothered to take it, but they will get a corner at some point.
Look at that little road sweeper in his green sort of tabard.
We're a goal down, man.
Suit.
Bit of urgency.
Just stand there. Maybe ask the little green man for some advice. Taking his time.
Yeah.
Maybe the referee's
it's Madam Two Swords.
The assistant manager saying that we should maybe
encourage our players to do something.
Yeah, I mean, corners need to be taken, and referees really need to step in at this point. I know we're playing at half speed, but this is
Pete. The thing that frustrates me as an England fan is it's our time we're wasting.
Exactly, we're a goal down, and that's terrible play from Gomez. Completely dispossessed. Awful play. England are stinking Wembley out. Big sigh from Luke Moore, the commentator there. You can hear on camera.
Oxlade-Chamberlain increasing the amount of double-barrelled surname players in the England team by 100%.
Indeed.
It's always good to see. It's a big number. As Maguire picks up the ball, heading back towards his own goal under no pressure at all.
12 minutes in, he's lost a bit of energy. A bit worrying.
He's metal detecting.
It's the Chilwell and Maguire show right now, guys. We always knew it would be.
Lovely
Rashford
ball
getting
inside.
involved. He looks haggard. He's having to do the King's ransom of running. The lion's share. The 3 lion share.
Sterling commits his marker again.
Cilio just whack out Immobile here. But England defending in numbers. Not worried. Jordan Pickford's body language keeps switching from anxious to composed with alarming regularity.
He's having a meltdown.
It's very binary. Whereas Donnarumma is fired up by the light, the love of Jesus in his heart. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's fired up by something. Marcus Rashford is already looking exhausted. We should substitute him. That's what the assistant manager is saying. Todd Grip has just shouted, "Get creative!" I don't know. Get some sticky black plastic out and some old toilet roll holders. Let's make a space shuttle. Come on, Winksy. Come on, Winksy. That's it. Nice Henderson,
football.
Up to Kane again. Way too deep for a forward player. Way too deep. We don't like to see that. Get him on corners.
They've got to pick up the nods down. They need scraps. England need to pick up the scraps.
And that's all they're getting at the moment. Wayward passing, their heading game isn't on. Gomez,
as the weather predictably lets us down in North London in the middle of summer. That's nice stuff from Rashi.
Sterling stealing in. Oh, he's got a chance and it's rocketed against the defender's legs.
I have no idea why we're not playing with Jadon Sancho in here. He's absolutely rapido quick. He's got to feature at some point.
Well, the Italians historically have been quite a slow team. I think even Nick Pope would probably start ahead of some of the slow coaches who got up front. Oh, and Gomez there with a goal!
Gomez! What a header! It's a Liverpool connection.
Yeah. Alexander-Arnold celebrating by himself, the loneliest provider in the world, not really getting involved. Maybe there's a rift in the camp. You just don't know.
We're back on terms. Beer will be chucked all over London.
Oh, we don't like to see that in the fan parks. Keep your pints in your hand, especially in London. The pints are expensive. Don't throw them around. England having more of the possession than Italy, but then again, the modern game, it's not all about possession. Invite pressure, hit them on the break, and do them over.
The atmosphere has been ramped up a notch in Wembley after that goal. It's pumping there now.
I'm just
as
not
England
liking
dominate
the fact
again.
in the box. Chilwell whacking it at Donnarumma.
Donnarumma's
been very, very
good
busy.
First half. Good first. Tell you what,
half in the end.
Started off poorly.
Up, didn't they?
Started off poorly. Came back into the game, ended the half with a goal, put us back on level terms. I'm confident for the second half now. We're only 45 minutes away from England's first major final in a very long time indeed.
It's exciting, isn't it, Luke? But we do have to get over the hump of scoring an actual goal. So,
yeah.
I mean, that is the situation. Bernardeschi, laying it off
I've got
Lazzari.
belief.
I've got belief. I've got rhythm and music.
Who could ask for anything more?
Girl. Exactly. Jorginho.
He's pulled that pass out of nowhere.
Marking Politano? Oh, my words.
To be fair, Pete, I mean, if I may be so bold, it is entirely unrealistic to think he was going to pull a pass that composed and that accurate from the body shape he was currently possessing. The Italian team look overwhelmed.
Oh, they're overwhelmed by what exactly?
The occasion.
The calmness of Trent Alexander-Arnold.
By the space shuttle that Harry Winks made out of sticky back plastic and toilet roll holders.
Oh! Getting a header off. Come on, guys. It's a goal kick to England. England still with the lion's share of the on-target shots. I really do sound like a proper commentator when I try and describe what's happening on the pitch, but it's all level at Wembley. Got to be changing up Harry Winks. Absolutely exhausted. He's carrying an injury. Will it be enough to carry on? Dele Alli's coming off for Winks. What's going on? We better hope this gamble pays off, Luke Moore.
Yeah, I would like to see Sancho introduced. I liked it when they in the last game we commentated on. They switched it around, the backroom staff. They put Rashford out wide right, and it worked an absolute treat. But I'd like to see Sancho feature as we see Jamie Vardy come on.
Wow.
For Harry. He's moved Harry Kane to a deeper position. Sterling out wide as a support winger. And, Dele Alli playing an inside forward role, inverted winger. This is interesting. Very interesting.
It worries me. Has Ali got the engine for that role? Is Chilwell going to be exposed?
We'll soon find out. With 20 minutes left, it's a big gamble by the England management team. Could it pay dividends, or are we going to be going home, which, to be fair, is at least just down the road, from another semi-final in a big tournament?
Italy, a lot of possession. They're playing the waiting game. Both teams obviously need to win this one, but I don't know. It's an interesting situation. Kane already playing quite deep, even when he was the number 9. He's moving back. Does that mean we're going to be seeing him in some kind of weird holding role? But he is making the runs. Jordan Henderson did have an option there.
Nice ball out wide to Dele. He tries to show a clean pair of heels, but comes back inside to Chamberlain, who's got options in front of him. Gives it to Sterling who uses his pace. Shoots.
Did that hit the stand? Did that hit the corner? I don't know.
Been given as a goal kick.
Good to see. Calm down, says Todd.
Calm down, everyone.
Calm down, says Cardi and Scrabbles. Chamberlain. Whip it out. Chilwell. Loads of space to get a ball in. Is Kane out of the... Kane's too far away from the action for me.
It's well defended. Here comes Sterling again.
A Vardy and a Kane in the box, in my opinion. Doesn't manage to get it in. Arnold does, though.
What a ball.
The provider once again.
This is good stuff for England. Good pressure.
Why are
dominating
you
the football? Because it's quite slow, isn't it?
It's patient. The word is
There's no tempo. That is disgraceful.
Pellegrini, off he goes. Get him off. A shocking display. Karate Kid 4. That's got to be a red. He's off.
Yeah.
He's off.
Is that the occasion?
The referee there.
He's played the occasion, not the game here, and he's put his team under huge pressure.
He's lost his mind, and a save from and an easy one for Gomez, and he's still managed to hit the keeper. The keeper doing incredibly well. Kane again. That's not where you want to see Kane. He's lost the ball. Immobile on the march against two defenders there, and it's just disjointed midfield play from England. No excuses.
England will never have a better opportunity to go to a major final than this. 1-1 with 10 minutes to go. Italy are down to 10 men. England need to get the ball back and start dominating. Oh, they have won it back. Chilwell to Chamberlain. The break is on. The counter thrust.
Busting a gut. It's Route 1 stuff, isn't it? That is Route 1 stuff.
Oh, he's giving the ball away there.
The man in green. What the hell just happened there?
What's happened there?
I believe it was a glitch where the goal has disappeared. I think the keeper saved it, so no worries there. We cannot be held liable for goals disappearing. It's just not part of our job, unfortunately. Chilwell on the ball.
Last minute.
Chamberlain.
Dying embers.
Final seconds of the match. Alexander-Arnold, he's been on the ball when it comes to delivery all match. Dele Alli in the box. Oh, it's poor. You have to say it's poor. Get your shot away.
It's time for heroes now. Time for heroes.
Alexander-Arnold doing so much work. Sterling breaking into the box. Kane! Oh, Donnarumma with a hell of a save. I shouldn't be saying hell, but I have.
Move. What's happening now? Yes, Sancho, finally.
On. Sancho. Cometh the Sancho. Alexander-Arnold had been so much of the creative player when it comes to England delivering the ball into the box, but it
injury
came to
time. England need the ball back desperately. Only 3 minutes of injury time left. It's 1-1. We can't be doing with extra time here. Well in. Go on, Chamberlain. Great move of the ball. Great run from Vardy. Use your pace. He's got a bit of a hunchback, Vardy.
Oh,
he's got it back.
Anyway, doesn't he? Vardy, cross it. Dele. Back to Chamberlain. Oh, not getting much luck. And Chilwell.
Oh, my
raking the ball
me.
towards the man in green I'm obsessed with. And we head into this extra time, Luke. It's extra time now. We've played most of the match with 10 men on the Italian side. Very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up, lads. Don't let this slip away. We've been the better team and we need to show it in extra time. That's the Todd grip. Sven-Göran Eriksson, Simon Cardy and Joe Scrabble's advice. The backroom boys working as hard as they can on the morale of the squad. Surely England can take the win. The Italians haven't made many... Well, actually, they've made lots of substitutions, I've just noticed. They've made many more substitutions than England. 4, in fact, after Pellegrini's red on the 77th minute.
What I'd like to see England do is...
break with pace, break with numbers, break with power, and break with tradition and get into the final.
What I'd like to see England do, because they've got an extra man, I'd like to see them dominate the ball.
Vardy,
yes!
It's a goal from Vardy. Instinctual. The classic Vardy cartwheel I can never remember seeing before.
What a story. What a story. Convinced by a Speedo-clad Sven-Göran Eriksson late one night to come out of retirement. And he's absolutely repaid it. What a great finish in the extra time in the semi-final of the European Championships. Who would begrudge him it?
League football 10 years ago, straight into that side, sitting on the bench with Harry Kane at Leicester at that to some point in his career. I forget. I don't really care. But what I do care is that England have finally got their goal.
You've got to applaud the managers. You've got to applaud the changes. The changes have worked an absolute treat. I don't like this Dyer thing coming on though.
He hasn't played much football for me. Is that fair? Would that be fair to say, Luke?
I don't know. Football ended ages ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, no one's played much football.
I think he's played a lot under Mourinho, to be fair, Dyer. But I just don't know if he's quite England class.
But look, we need to shore up in midfield. The Kane pulling back into a holding role. I didn't necessarily respect the decision of Sven Cardy and Scrabbles, but it seemed to have worked, although he's not been involved in the play that much. Chilwell, is this the time to just run it into the corner or go for their third?
Yeah, 13 minutes left this extra time in what could be a momentous occasion for England. They should surely keep their foot on the throat here. Get the ball over. Nice ball inside. To Chamberlain. Oh, what a save! What a save that is from Donnarumma. He's clawed that out the bottom corner.
Alexander-Arnold must be sick of taking corners this match.
So what he does, he's born to do it.
Well, get Kane on him.
Ball in the corner shot.
Dispossessed in a terrible part of the where are we playing? A football pitch. Help.
England have dominated this game on the stats. I mean, you have to say that.
Yeah,
you'd expect that though, because Italians are the man sent off, didn't they, early on? So
yeah, the Italians seem to be right at the end of the match really fired up, as you imagine they wouldn't be. Harry Maguire there.
Surely this is the end of it. Blow up, ref. Blow up. This is it.
Blow up. 1 minute. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. The last 10 seconds of this semi-final.
There it is.
And he's blown up.
Italian
Oh, my
hearts are
word.
broken. English hearts are soaring. Absolutely soaring. They will
David
be
Irish.
dancing on the streets of Leicester Square tonight. David Irish of 90min.com says he had this one going down to penalties. He has been proved wrong. England have come away with a result they'll be delighted with. They're in the final of a major tournament for the first time since 1966. And it's Sven at the helm.
And it's unlikely that who was the player of the match? Declan Rice, was it? I think it was just a fantastic performance from the game. A win in the European Championship semi-final. Harry Winks, unfortunately, coming off with a bit of an injury, but we're heading towards the final. Sunday, 12th of July, 2020. We're going to be playing Belgium in the final at Wembley. A return to Wembley. Little unfair, you'd say. But it's been emotional, hasn't it, Luke Moore?
It has been very emotional indeed. I'm absolutely delighted to see England go through. I'm disappointed for Winks, who looks like he may be able to get back into shape in time for the final. Who would back against England now? Who would back against the Three Lions now? They're in the final on their home turf. It's going to be a day to remember.
It's happened. England are
We're
in a
the final. After
England-
a Jamie Vardy extra time winner off
I
the
know.
bench. It was all worth it. We've got to do this in real life. Bring him
Exactly.
back.
Exactly. Just get Sven back as well, I think.
He's an attack dog.
England have never lost a final. That's jinxed, isn't it?
How dare you? Why would you do that?
I don't know. Let's have one last look at the Messiah.
I can't believe he's
Do
back.
it for him.
Let's make that poster. But only with the weird Football Manager version of his face on it.
No matter how much love there is for Vardy, there's no way he can actually start the game, though.
No, of
Because
course
Kane
not.
has to. He's running on empty, Kane, but if you drop him for this game, you'll never hear the end of it.
From
From
everyone
Harry
except
Kane.
Harry Kane, who'd probably take it quite chillly.
I don't think he would. I think he'd be furious if
he'd
he
go
didn't play this
crazy.
game. It's a bit like, well, the only thing I'm worried about is, are we making the same mistake that Pochettino did for Spurs and playing a half-fit Harry Kane in a final?
Yes,
But you
but
can't
that's
not
the
do
way
it.
you do it.
You can't.
It's a matter of principle.
Yeah, I think Rice comes in for Winks though, because I just want more solidity.
He's scared of the Belgian front line.
I'm a little bit scared of the Belgians because they
I
have
suppose
very
that,
good players.
midfield wise.
Do you know what? Alexander Arnold is a bit tired. He's obviously maybe the best right back in the world, so you can't not play him. But I was tempted to put Walker in just to match Hazard for pace.
Nah, I don't know. I think you got to stick with him.
Yeah, it's got to be Alexander
We're
Arnold.
going to regret this, aren't we?
No.
I'm genuinely nervous.
We're going to win.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the European Championship final. England have made it all the way here. They've had a few ups and downs on their way, but they are here and they are playing Belgium. Belgium, of course, an impressive side. They faced each other twice at the World Cup in 2018, with Belgium winning both matches. England are up against a strong opponent today, Jim, but can you see them doing it?
I can see them doing it. It's a final, Marcus. You know, anything can happen in a final. We've seen it many, many times, and England will be up for it. England are here on merit. You know, the past is irrelevant now. This is this tournament. It's not the last tournament. So I think England should be confident. They've shown confidence throughout the tournament. It's carried them this far, and I love that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is in the starting lineup. We're seeing a lot of attacking promise early on, and clearly Sven is going to go for it.
Yes, well, Harry Kane is the man England will be looking to get the goals. He's provided goals throughout the tournament. He's on 6 already. He's equalled his tally that he got in Russia 2018. And with one or two others chipping in with the goals, England haven't lacked in front of goal.
Absolutely not, but they've got to be very wary of the goal threat that Belgium pose, because we know all about Romelu Lukaku and Eden Hazard from the Premier League in particular, and there are goals spread around this team. So it's something that England have to be very, very wary of. But at the same time, they've got to where they are in this tournament by playing their own game, and I think that's what they're going to do today.
Well, does England's backline concern you against those Belgian forwards? And Declan Rice is in front of that back four. He's had a few bits and pieces of criticism in the tournament thus far, although he's here on merit, as you say. Are you concerned about that Belgium front three going up against that England back four?
I wouldn't say I'm overly concerned, but obviously they are an incredibly talented front line, and there's talent on the bench as well from Belgium. So England are going to have to really, really dig in. They're not going to be able to ride this one out. They're going to have to have the game of their lives to lift this trophy.
Belgium going very close. Pickford putting the ball over the bar. Already Belgium now we see are taking the game to England. In previous games, especially that second round against Portugal, we saw England take the game to Portugal. Well, now they're on the receiving end of that. They've got to be solid in defence, and they were thankful to Pickford there for digging them out of a hole.
Absolutely. They've got to weather this storm and find a footing in the game themselves. Otherwise, you run the danger of chasing the game. The last thing England want is to concede now and then lose a grip in the game, because Belgium are a very, very good side, and you don't want to make them comfortable. You've got to make it difficult for them so that they don't feel like this is theirs to be won. They don't feel like they can dictate the agenda or the tempo of the game. England need to do that themselves.
And of course, once we're at the final stage, both managers have a chance to look at their two opponents and work out what type of game that they play. And Belgium will have looked at England and would have seen certain patterns of play. As the corner comes in for England there, it's dealt with by Courtois, but they'll notice that England like to get Sterling on the ball, like to get Rashford or Sancho if he comes on the ball. Would you be concerned that Belgium could figure this England team out?
I'm certainly concerned at passes back to the goalkeeper from the opposition's half, as we've just seen there. That's something that worries me. But I would say that the thing with a player like Sterling, Sancho or Rashford really applies to all of them is they're very, very fast, very skillful players, and you can plan all day for how you want to deal with a player like that. But when it comes to it, you simply might not be up to the task. So I don't think anybody will be surprised by the way those players play. And I think you probably put Alexander-Arnold in that bracket as well. So it's not something I'd be overly concerned about. I wouldn't change my game to preempt what the opposition might do to nullify certain players.
I mean, England trying to get Alexander-Arnold on the ball there, trying to play it out wide and not getting too much joy there. He's had one or two moments to cross it, but my concern is that Belgium have spotted that. They know that England like to get Alexander-Arnold on the ball, and they're privy to that. But Sterling now getting down the right in an attacking place, and Henderson is free. And it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. That is a chance for England.
It's a big chance. It's a big chance. He's not hit that with a lot of power. I'm surprised that Henderson hasn't lashed that a bit harder. But England have at least shown there that they can carve Belgium open if they really put themselves to it. And hopefully we'll see that again.
Well, here goes Rashford. This is what we want Rashford doing, running at that back four. Or that back three, should I say, that Belgian defence. Not getting past, I think it was maybe Vincent Kompany there. But Rashford, again, England's pace is crucial. England have the pace going forward. Yes, Belgium do as well. But with Rashford and Sterling on those flanks, England want to be getting them to run at that back three. And Belgium, they are playing a 3-4-3. So you would think that there would be pockets of space opening up on the wings. But they need to take their chances because Belgium are no mugs.
They're absolutely not. We're seeing Belgium kind of stand off a little more in the closing stages of this first half, which is surprising me, although Tielemans has won the ball back there. This is the thing with Belgium. They're very, very good. They're very good at winning the ball back, and they're very good at nullifying the opponent. Despite the amount of quality they have in the team, there's a lot of grit too.
Yeah, I mean, Hazard, they're showing, once again, that we talk about England's front line and the pace they have. We forget about Eden Hazard there. I mean, he went fairly close. Pickford, comfortable save, of course. But like what we saw in previous rounds with certain teams, Portugal leaps to mind when England thought that they weren't getting much of a threat coming at them. The ball drops to Cristiano Ronaldo and it ended up in the back of the net. Belgium have their threats going forward. England have to be wary of them. And Lukaku bringing the ball out now and charging at that England backline, running down the field. I mean, no one seems to be wanting to tackle the big man. The ball goes in and there's a chance here and it's a goal. And that's a beautiful finish. Beautiful finich from Carrasco. I mean, my goodness, he took that well right on half-time. That is the kind of thing that kills team morale. And England will go into the half-time dressing room. England will go into the dressing room at half-time with their heads down.
I was just about to say, Marcus, this is the last thing you want. You don't want Lukaku running at you. You don't want to embolden Belgium with the knowledge that they can get at you, that they can play whatever type of game they want effectively. They're a fast, powerful team, and unfortunately England have let them get at them there.
Yannick Carrasco, what a lovely finish. I mean, the ball was whipped in. He just touched it past Pickford, who just sank to his knees and had no chance. It shows you the class that Belgium have throughout that side. They've got goals everywhere, and England have got to be so aware of that. England starting the second half as they mean to go on. They're a goal down, Jim. They've got to get an equaliser somewhere, and they would want to get it quickly.
They do. It's conceding a goal just before half time is a nightmare. We know that. It changes the complexion of any game, but at least the objective is clear for England now, and they've got 45 minutes to put that right. They started on the front foot here, which is what we want to see. We don't want to see them shrink. We need to see them come out and play.
Now, if you look at these two sides and look at the options England have got on the bench, Winks is on the bench. Perhaps one or two were surprised that he didn't start the game. But is he a player that England might look to try and unpick the Belgium defence if England are getting no joy?
Possibly. I think England might be a bit more bold than that. I think we may see Jadon Sancho come on. We know he's experimented with James Maddison in the past, so we could see that again. But as things stand, he needs to do something. And it is Maddison that will be coming on.
It is Maddison who's going to be coming on, absolutely. Well, and it is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is the man who gives way. So you have Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, and James Maddison in that midfield. Bit of something there. Maddison taking the free kick as soon as he came on, and it's in a dangerous area there. And Sterling a little bit lacklustre, but Maddison already showing that tenacity that he's got straight into the thick of it. And the ball's out wide with the Leicester City man. Now, what can he conjure up for England? Not much. The Belgian backline is showing its sternness, and Hazard comes away with the ball.
Again, this is exactly what you don't want. Hazard getting away with this pace. England look, it's a fantastic tackle from Alexander-Arnold there. That's a goal-saving tackle. That's priceless.
Absolutely.
But as I was saying, you don't want these Belgian players running at that England defence. You know, it gives them confidence. It shows that the game is turning in their favour, and it's a concern for England right now how easily they're managing to do that.
Yeah, I just feel England have not got in their rhythm and their tempo, and we've only got 20 minutes left. Belgium seem to be the side with a plan. Soak up that England pressure, hit them on the break, and here they come again. Carrasco's got the goal with another chance, and he's buried that one, and it's 2-0. My goodness, Carrasco, what a finish that was. Yannick Carrasco, the former Atletico Madrid man. Beautiful finish. Belgium are 2-0 up, and they're flying with less than 20 minutes to go. Their tails up. And where do England go now, Jim? What do they do from here?
Well, this is a goal that's come from nowhere, and the danger is that will absolutely knock the wind out of England. They've got to have the biggest 20 minutes of their lives, this England team right now. They cannot take time to process that goal. They've got to just get out there, just go on the front foot. You've got nothing to lose now. Just go for it for the next 20 minutes. Try and get it to extra time.
Well, as you see, Sven-Göran Eriksson having a bit of a tinker here. He's putting Jamie Vardy up there with Harry Kane. He's taken Raheem Sterling off, which I find quite incredible, really, considering he's been one of England's best players throughout this tournament. Perhaps he's tiring, but Maddison is up there as well. But Kane and Vardy are front two. It's not what England would really start with, but it does give England an attacking threat. And Rashford coming forward here, knocking the ball out. But again, it's dealt with. Maddison, it is a poor ball. England are just struggling to get that ball in the box. Belgium defending in numbers, but it's so difficult when they have such a threat on the break. But England making a bit of an opening now. Alexander-Arnold firing the ball in, and there was a chance there for Vardy, and that England chance there. Will they rue that, Jim, with 15 minutes to go?
I think it's looking increasingly like they will. Belgium have England exactly where they want them. They're sort of holding them at arm's length, letting them punch themselves out, and it's a concern. It's a shame that England have done so well to get to this stage of the tournament, get all the way to the final, and it's a disappointing situation we find ourselves in.
Yeah, I mean, Belgium are looking very comfortable now. They're knocking the ball around on the edge of the box, as we see, trying to probe. And you would say Belgium are more likely to get a third than England are likely to get one goal back and try and get an equaliser and push the game into extra time.
Certainly looking to be the case, Marcus. They're very effective in defence, so they're nullifying the threat of that counter-attack. Despite the pace and the quality of England's front line, they're not getting a sniff.
Well, apparently, if you look up in the stands, a few England fans are beginning to leave the ground. We've only got 5 minutes left, and this is such a sad situation. I know this stadium is not well blessed with public transport and so on, but to see England in a final is such a rarity, and you want to at least clap on Gareth Southgate's boys for getting this far. There's still a few minutes to go, but it's looking bleak for England.
Yeah, it's an emotional situation, isn't it? So some people are probably feeling it's getting a little bit too much for them. I personally would stay to the end. I always like to stay to the end. But Carrasco again there. He's had an excellent game, and undoubted man of the match for me. But yeah, it's a tough thing for England fans to take, so let's not judge them too harshly.
No, well, Lukaku with the ball in the corner there. Belgium just trying to waste the time, but it's come out to Declan Rice. And what can he do here, Rice, as he comes forward? Can he get a goal, which, dare I would say, on his Kane with a chance? And it's over the bar. And that was the moment, really. That had to go in for England to have even the slightest glimmer of hope. And Harry Kane, who's been so lethal through this tournament with his 6 goals, puts the ball over the bar, and we're deep into injury time now. And as we count down the moments here, yes, I mean, England and Sven-Göran Eriksson will reflect on this tournament and think to themselves, you know what, we got ourselves to a final for the first time in decades, but not being able to put their stamp on the game, being beaten by a better side fairly comfortably in the end is disappointing. But how will England and Sven reflect on this tournament, Jim? Will they think that was a great effort getting to the final, or will there be a bit of a sour taste in the mouth?
There'll undoubtedly be a sour taste. It's tough to watch Belgium celebrating now when it could so easily have been England at the start of the game. But it's a young side. They've got a taste of what it means to get deep into a tournament, and they will want to avenge this in future. So, it's tough to take now, and it's horrible to think about the future now. But they'll be back.
And what do you think of this Belgium side? I mean, they are European champions. It's their first major tournament win. And I mean, we talked about Hazard. We talked about Lukaku going into the match. Dries Mertens. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne didn't even start in this game. And yet it was Yannick Carrasco, a man who nobody really talked about, gets both goals. It shows the strength and depth in that side.
Absolutely, and this is the team at the peak of its powers. We've been talking about Belgium for a long time. They've finally come good. There's a lot of players that are exactly the right age and experience, and there's a real balance in that team and indeed the squad. So you just have to congratulate them.
England have moved up 2 places to 4th position in the latest world rankings list, but not really a consolation, I suppose, at the moment for England. But it does show you that they did put in some performances and gave the England fans something to cheer throughout the tournament.
Absolutely, it's a huge success. It's difficult to see it that way now, but Sven-Göran Eriksson can hold his head up high. He's done a brilliant job. It was a lot of people were surprised that he came back into the fold. It was 5,000 to 1 odds, very, very ridiculous set of circumstances it seemed. But hey, he's proven everybody wrong. He got England to a final.
He did get England to a final, ladies and gentlemen, but sadly it wasn't to be. Great to see England face off against opposition in a major tournament final, but it wasn't to be, as we say. England, they've made us cry, they made us cheer throughout this tournament, but they just couldn't get over the line. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. It's been a great tournament, and we'll see you in 2 years' time for the World Cup in Qatar.
If you like that, why not check out our Football Manager 2020 review? I mean, what else are you doing at the moment?